Man.
Would you like this?
Yeah, you can pour it in here.
I do not have a need
like I
for
said,
this.
there's nothing wrong with it, but
I don't particularly like it.
That's
what's wrong with it for me.
That's fair.
It's not bad. I just don't like it. Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we are back with another Pours Unknown episode, where we take a sample at random out of our pool of bourbons and ryes. We taste it totally blind so that you guys get the most honest opinions possible, and we'll even tell you what we think about it based on its price tag before we find out what we're drinking.
Yes, and this pool of bourbons and ryes are pours that have been sent in by you, the YouTube community. So these are not bottles we own, so we may not have ever had these before.
Or if we have had them, it's, maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
Or it's maybe a classic that we just dropped in here just to keep us on our toes.
Yeah. Keep
So
it fresh.
the idea is that we're double blind and have no clue what we're sipping. Let's get right into the nose and see what we think about this one.
Ooh, this smells like grass.
Really?
Earth. It smells like earth.
Yeah, it has an earthiness to it. It's got a really classic bourbon sweetness to it, but it's a muted sweetness.
There's some earthiness.
Yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is the flavor notes of classic bourbon are there. Caramel, vanilla, oak, a little bit of nuttiness, but it's all tamped down, and it's also very faint. It's not jumping out of the glass at all for me.
I'm getting a lot of earthiness, which I love. Let's taste it.
Get it on the palate.
All right. This has a familiar taste, and I can't pinpoint what it is. It's very soft, though, in the finish, in the flavor, and it's a little bit sharp, but in a soft way.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the sharpness might be youth, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
It kind of has, and I didn't get this out on the nose because we were kind of talking, and then we just kind of stopped talking. We're like, all right, let's sip it. But on the nose, it also does have that kind of corny sweetness to it.
You're corny.
Well, I mean, that's true. But it does have that kind of corny type of sweetness to it, and that's kind of coming across on the palate as well. A little sharp, kind of general bourbon flavor notes.
Yeah.
Nothing's really seemingly impressive with this glass. And I really wanted to be impressed tonight.
Yeah.
So let's get another sip and see maybe that first one. You can't trust that first sip all the time.
Yeah.
Usually you can't.
First impressions aren't always the best impressions.
First impressions are not always what they seem. But I think this one's going to be a lot of the same. Let's get into a second sip.
Okay. I've been painting my nails a lot lately, and there's a slight acetone note that I'm getting. Maybe it's just because I have that scent in my brain, enlarged in my brain, but I'm kind of getting that.
Yeah.
In the flavor, there's some acetone.
If I had to guess, that sharpness you're talking about and that acetone-ness you're talking about is youth and alcohol from youth, and then the softness on the back of the palate that you're talking about is just low proof. It doesn't seem very high a proof. I'd be surprised if this is over 90. Of course, I've been wrong before.
I'd say it might be close to 100.
Maybe. It is pretty soft overall. I don't think I have any other flavor notes to add or anything like that. It's pretty standard, seemingly inexpensive Kentucky bourbon. Let's take one more sip and get some ratings together. Yeah, through the magic of editing, there was some time taken there after that sip where I just let it linger on my palate. And the only additional thing I mentioned nuttiness earlier on the nose, I think. Maybe it was first sip, but just letting it linger on the palate, it has this kind of peanut butteriness on the back of the palate that sits in on the finish.
Okay.
But other than that, that's about it. You got ratings on this thing?
I do.
Okay, where you at?
Just okay.
Yeah.
It's aight.
I'm just okay as well.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not great.
Yeah,
I
think once I got that nail polish remover in my head, I just can't not taste that.
That was enough to turn you off, yeah. I'm getting it on the nose, but not so much on the palate. I'm just getting a little alcohol sharpness on the palate. But yeah, I mean, it's seemingly fine.
Yeah.
If the price gets too high, I will easily go thumbs down on this.
Same.
I'm hoping it's a budget pour, and if it is
a
reasonably good budget pour, then I'm not mad at the price. So in our Pours Unknown sample key, this is number 90. We're going to find out the price first and see if that changes our ratings. We both are at just okay, kind of a take it or leave it.
My mind just exploded.
How expensive is it?
It's $140.
No.
You said 90?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not 06?
Yeah. Number 90? Hold on. 140. This is $140.
Yeah. I haven't clicked to see what it is yet, but it says $140.
What in the world is it?
Let me tell you.
Click it.
Okay. Joseph Magnus Murray Hill Club, 103 proof. Boom, I was right on the proof. Around 100. And this is thanks to Bill and Delia Kavanaugh.
Well, thank you, Bill and Delia. I mean, like I said, there's nothing off-putting in it, but it just wasn't blowing me away.
Murray Hill or Murray Hill?
Murray Hill Club.
Murray Hill Club.
Wow. What in the world is Murray Hill Club? I
don't know, but I'm not paying $140 for that. There's other things I would buy before I would buy this for that price.
Okay, this is making me mad because now it's smelling better.
Oh, please.
I don't expect it to taste better.
I'm not buying that at all. That's BS.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know all the details of Murray Hill Club. I know what the bottle looks like, but I don't know all the details of what goes into it.
This is why we do things blind.
Yeah.
Because had you known that going into this, you probably would have scored it higher initially.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I just took another sip and I am sticking with, I don't think it's worth 140 for me.
Yeah.
It may be for other people. It's just not for me. And that's all I can speak to.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of like corn sweetness and I'm getting sharpness on the finish. Mm-hmm. And that the palate hasn't changed. The nose has gotten better and it was kind of, the nose was transforming as you were telling me the price, which was really unfortunate.
I did like the nose.
It still wouldn't change my rating. Now, at $140, we blew it, guys.
No.
$140.
I'm going thumbs down.
Well, we found out what it was.
Yeah.
And now I know what it is.
Well, I was immediately thumbs down at 140.
Right, but we're supposed to... I was so surprised that it was $140 that we completely lost our plot of what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to say if it changes our ratings before we find out what it is. I'm going thumbs down as well.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have tried this, but it's not a bottle I will be buying for myself personally.
Yeah.
If I'm at a bar somewhere and it's for a very reasonable price, I might pick it up just to see if that batch of Murray Hill is any different than this one. There is a lot of sweetness there that is good.
So I have a question. Is it a young whiskey? Like it tastes?
I don't think so.
It tastes young.
It might be. It might be, but I'm not sure. And you guys have seen it on the screen. I'm genuinely surprised. There is a lot of sweetness here. And before you told me the price, I was trying to kind of in my mind place where I would be happy paying for this at.
Yeah.
And like, $40-$50 is kind of where I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine staying just okay at that. But like when you're talking about other pours that have more proof or that are seemingly, or at least to my palate, a little bit more well-rounded, I would just, this is going to be a pass for me.
Yeah,
so
same.
Anyways, this is why we do it blind. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, like the video. And if you like this style of content, subscribe to the channel. And we'd love for you to join us on a pour on a live stream. And the best way to find out when those are happening is to hit that bell down there so you can join us.
Absolutely. And that's it for today. Be good to each other. And until next time,
Cheers.